What's up, guys? Welcome back to Road to 2 Comic Club. Justin here, and today's Sunday, but I'm filming for Friday's video, obviously, which was really good. It started out kind of bad, and then it got really good. So I'll post, the screenshots like I do, kind of see like a recap of how the market did, hour to hour. One of the big stories, obviously, was Warren Buffett. I mean, whenever he makes a big purchase, it's always newsworthy because he's like he's like the richest investor, I think, pretty much. So, and obviously he bought Apple. So he bought 75 million shares. It sent the stock up a lot. They're at an all-time high now. So our covered call strike got hit, of course, and I'll talk about that later, but I'm gonna try to go in order here based on my notes so I don't forget anything. So I'm just gonna talk about a couple articles. We'll talk about the winners, and yeah, so let's just get into it. So first article, Wall Street rallies as inflation fears ebb, Apple hits record high. So this article, I'll post a link in the description, talks about how the three indices rose more than 1% after the weaker than expected U.S. wage growth. That actually helped calm the investor fears about rising interest rates and inflation, because there's this whole thing going on with rising wages and then lower unemployment is basically the recipe for a recession. And unemployment did go down, and I'll read this here. At the open, the U.S. stocks had fallen after the Labor Department reported the U.S. unemployment rate dropped to a near 17.5-year low of 3.9%. So that's scary to a lot of investors, and we got to keep a really close eye on that and see if we need to get out of these options and stocks based on that. But what helped counter that was the April's 0.1% rise in wages, which was below expectations. So that kind of reversed the fears a little bit. So I'm gonna do more research on that, on like the mechanics of why that works. I know I've probably said that a couple times in the past, but I really do need to look that up. But yeah, let's just keep going. Apple, I wrote here that Buffett's purchase, like Apple went up 3.9%, and it surged to its greatest weekly percentage gain since October 2011. And I believe that was like a week or two after Steve Jobs died. So it's kind of interesting that that was like the last time they had such a big gain like that. I don't know what else happened at that time. I could be wrong. My memory could be bad. But also I read that Apple's rise also helped push NASDAQ above its 50-day moving average. And of course that's good when you're back above the 50-day moving average. Also Nvidia, Microsoft, Red Hat, and Charles Schwab are near buy points. I caught that from another article. But that's interesting. I got to keep an eye on Red Hat because I've been trying to get into them, but I keep forgetting. Anyways, this other article is called Warren Buffett's Apple Bet, an all-clear signal for investors. Art Cashin, who's a famous investor, he said it's more of an all-clear signal than anybody's seen. And Warren Buffett was talking to Becky Quick on CNBC. He said that the idea that you're going to spend loads of time trying to guess how many iPhone 10s are being sold in a 3-month period is totally missing the point. That's what he said. And I agree with him. Focusing on like such like month-by-month details, you kind of lose sight of the big picture, which is, again, this is what I always say. I said this way in the beginning of my vlog. If the company's dope, if they're doing dope shit, they're gonna do fine. Like, that's why I invest in those companies. And Apple, I consider one of those companies, because while people are focusing on iPhones, their service revenue is just going crazy right now. And I don't think anyone's even realizing that because they're so focused on iPhones. Like, if you can look at the big picture, you can see that Apple's doing a lot of great things in other areas, not just the iPhone. And they're making a lot of money. And those are all good news if you're an investor, especially in Apple. So yeah, let's just keep going. Cashin, though, says that he expects the market to keep seesawing, based on the volatility. He said this is kind of like someone who just had a minor heart attack and they want to know, how strong do I feel? Can I make it to the end of the block or after that? So he expects a lot more testing of the lows just to see where the market's going to go. So yeah, let's talk. So in terms of our portfolio, we did have a really good day. We made a little over 13 grand, closed at almost 157. Our biggest winners, as you can see here on the screenshot, we had Apple, OLED, Nvidia, Amazon. Big gains with those. Losers were Take-Two, Domino's Pizza, and check out that covered call that I sold. So I sold that covered call on Monday, and its price was 28 cents a share, or $28 for the contract. It closed at $3.95. Or $395, and even if you take into account the fees, it's over a 900% return, whoever bought that. So that's kind of why what I'm thinking about doing is maybe taking some gambles like that as well. I kind of did that last time with OLED, but Universal Display, that didn't work out that well, obviously, but I'm gonna give that a try. So what I did was I bought some Really short expiration calls for Zillow, JD, and Disney, because they're all reporting earnings pretty soon. And I'm hoping that one of those kind of hits that little jackpot, like where we can make something like that. Now, obviously, we're not going to hit 900% because that was a really out of the money strike when I sold it. And so for them to go up that much, that's going to give you that big return. I picked calls that were kind of close to the money, but I'm still hoping to get a nice little return for a week, like a week. So that's my kind of my little gamble here that I'm doing. Little experiment. I'm going to see if it works just based on the fact that a lot of earnings have been doing really well. So we'll see how that goes. That's pretty much it. That's all I got. Some other random news. I hit level 40 in Pokemon Go on Friday. Wear my little Mystic shirt, actually. Didn't even plan that at all. But yeah, so I haven't been playing that game as much. And I'm trying to limit my time with that because it does eat up a lot of time. And we'll talk about, I want to make a video about time in the future because I think it'd be really good for you guys to watch just based on stuff I've been reading. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that. But anyways, let's just wrap this up. If you like the video, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Smash that like button. I know a lot of people say that. I want to emphasize hitting that like button because it does help a lot. It helps get my my videos and the related videos so other people can discover me. So it would mean a lot if you guys did that, but only like it if you do like it. So I don't want you to do it just to be polite. Only if you like the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a great Cinco de Mayo weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow.